Hey guys, what's up? My name is Prakeet and I'm going to explain to you guys how to use the new graphic design portfolio template that I had recently built on GitHub. And it's going to be a very simple tutorial. It's going to have three parts basically. So the first part is going to be where people who know programming and who wants to actually do it in that way wants to go about. And the second part is going to be if you're not a programmer, how to get it done. Thirdly, it's going to be about deployment into Vercel. So a couple of things that is required before this would be to have a basic knowledge on GitHub, because that's mostly how we are going to go about. I'll explain to you guys everything step by step and you guys can follow around. And if you think that there is requirements in changing certain things, you guys are always welcome to contribute to the new repository that is there. Everything will be linked in the description so that you guys can easily access everything. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's get started. So when you first get into this particular link, you can see the portfolio. So you can click on code and either download it as a zip file. If you know how to do it, you can use the HTTPS code. So after that, you can clone the repository into your device. So you can use terminal for that. So this particular part that is there is for mostly people who know how to program and who has basic knowledge about programming. If you guys do not have that, that's completely all right. There is another way to do this, so you can skip to that. So timestamps will be there. I'm going to start another repository as well, which is a private repository, just so that we can have, we can do the deployment in Vercel part as well. So I'm going to clone that as well. Yeah. That's it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of these, whatever is there in my actual folder, and I'm going to get it into the graphic folder, and I'll get into graphic, and from there I'll just put in code dot so that we can open it on whatever IDE you have. So code dot is basically for Visual Studio Code. So if you have any other code editor that you use, you can use that as well. So the basic structure that is there for this entire thing is you have the designs folder where you can drop in your design and it automatically renders. And then you have the index, the script, style, your photo, and the config file. So in this, basically, the only two things that you actually have to change is designs and config. So you can put all sorts of designs into this designs folder, and you can put the configuration for the entire file will be done in the config folder. So I'll explain how this thing goes about. So in the terminal, since there's no real-time rendering, I'll actually have to do this every time. So if you want to get started with it and see and play around with it, you can just do npm install express so that we have the server running, and then put node server.js so that, over here you have the server running. So in this, there are a couple of sections. So the site title, which is basically this, and then a site description that's mostly for your SEO and stuff. The site URL is going to be there, the author name, which is going to be this as well, the author's email address, which is here down in the bottom, in the footer section, and then, the social links, your photo, what your primary designation is, the other designations that are there, your hero section, bio that is there, and also your call to action button that is there right here. So you can basically put anything over here. So currently it's at another graphic design builder template which is there, which we'll be using. So I'll actually be showing this as well, what is that. So yeah, anyways, and also the color scheme, whatever is there over here, you can change it on the color scheme as well. Now, if you're someone who is into coding, you know how to do this. You can basically change all of these and then it'll come back over here. So just to give an example, I'll just change the site name to Prakeet, and I'll just save that and run the server again, and you can see that it has changed over here. So that's basically how it goes. Right, and also the designs, whatever is there right now in the folder. Just give me a second. Just open up the folder. Yeah. So under public, we have a couple of designs that is there. So these are just all templates on you can basically have any kind, any size of designs. So I'll just pick up a bunch of designs, not designs, a bunch of stuff from this, and I'll just copy it into this file so that I can show you how it renders. So again, I'll restart the server, and you can see it renders like this. And it could be of any size. It is responsive, and also whatever size is there, this particular one only occupies this much space, and it's completely fine. With that, the entire grid adjusts accordingly. So yeah, now if you're someone who is not into coding, there's a portfolio generator that I had built where you can enter the information, right? Once you enter all of these information, your color scheme, etc., and generate and download config file, you get a configuration file. So I had already downloaded one, and I can just drop it into this, and you can see that everything changes, right? One thing that you have to keep in mind is if you want the links to work, you need to have the HTTPS before that. Only then will the link work, otherwise it wouldn't. And if you want to see the real-time rendering of this, I'll just restart the server again, and you can see the complete thing changes. So it's as simple as this to use code and the file. Now we'll get back into how to deploy this into Vercel. So one thing that is there is currently this particular app is built for Vercel, and the configuration also has been done in that sort. If you guys can see the coding part of it, it says vercel.json, so it's for Vercel. Now, if you guys want to use it on something else like Netlify or something like that, which is not something that I have used, you guys can surely contribute towards it so that, Netlify also kind of, we are able to do it in that as well. So now you guys can delete the node modules and the package lock. Do not delete the package, delete the package lock. You can delete both of this before you push your code into GitHub. Now you can just push it into GitHub. Once you do this, your GitHub file will automatically be populated with whatever is there and whatever is required. Now you can have this as a private repository because if you don't want people to see the code or something like that, you can just have it as a private repository. It completely depends on you. And now what you have to do is go to vercel.com, get an account on vercel.com, and you can add a new project. So you can add new and then project, and you can see the latest one that is there is graphic, and it says just now. So you can import that, right? You can import that. I'm just going to put it as graphic itself, and you can press on deploy. Oh yeah, project graphic already exists. Graphic XYZ. Okay, so you can deploy it. It'll take some time for that. Let's wait. Okay, so once everything is completed, you can go to dashboard. If you have your own domain, it will be easy for you guys to do this. There is a bunch of videos that is there on YouTube on how you can integrate your domain with Vercel. And if you don't have your own domain, what's going to happen is it's just going to have this vercel.app. So right now, if you go to the site graphic / score xyz.vercel.app, you can basically see this. Now, how to update this? If you want to update this, all you have to do is again go back to public, go to, let's say you want to update with more designs. You can get some more designs, whatever is there. I'll just drop these in, and again go back to this. Use git add dot git commit m added, or if you have something else like in the config file that you want to change, you can go to the config file that is there. You can go to the config file, change it, and then you can push it back again into the file, and it'll take some time. If you go to deployments, you can see it's queued, and it will take some time for it to be ready. So I've added 3 more new folders, and it says ready. Once it says ready, you can just go back and you can see that the new files that were added has also come in. So it's as simple as this. All you have to basically know is some amount of GitHub, some amount of how to work with Vercel, and it's kind of easy and ready to do. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys have any sort of contribution that you can do, it's always welcome, particularly the Netlify contribution and also the real-time rendering. Other than that, there's not really a lot of things to tell. Just keep exploring this. If you guys have any other template that you can come up with, the particular thing that is there right now, do that. Work around with it. Do share your projects out, and yeah, keep learning. So thank you guys for watching,